let you know a little bit about him. You've heard a lot about dadis, but now we have a dada. And dada means senior brother. We have 3 senior brothers in the institution, and Brother Nive is one of them. But you see him now as our very senior, revered brother, Silverhead. But he came into contact with the institution about 52 years ago as a young, dashing engineer from the Indian Navy. And what he learned from the Brahmakumaris was what he had been searching for in his life. And when you go to Panda Bhavan, you might see a very big photograph of this young man, and that's how he was 52 years ago. Brother Nirvay has played a very instrumental role with the institution, especially coming from the engineering background as the institution expanded, and there was a lot of technical details that had to be understood. It was Brother Nirvay who was the advisor to the Dadis. We started off with that small, what now appears small, place in Panda Bhavan, which you'll be visiting. And to develop this area needed quite a bit of understanding of the construction, logistics that had to go into it. And Brother Nirvay was quite familiar with all this. And another very instrumental role he played was in setting up the global hospital, which you visited yesterday. And he's currently the managing trustee for the hospital. His official title today, he's the Secretary General of the Brahma Kumaris and the spokesperson for the Brahma Kumaris. And in the early years when we first came and everyone was not familiar with the double foreigners, it was Brother Nirvay who catered, looked after us, and he would sit in the courtyard in Panda Bhavan. When you go there, you'll see, and his trademark is a white handkerchief. You still have it, Nirvay Bhai? Not today. Oh. And he used to wave all of us with this white handkerchief. And so this would be the last, scene we saw as we left the gates of Panda Bhavan, Brother Nirvay waving his handkerchief to us. So he's got a very loving nature, very easy nature, and this really helped us a lot in the early years when we were quite unfamiliar with India, the culture, and what to do. So he was really like a big brother to all of us. And of course, Brother Nirvay is a real resource of spiritual wisdom. He is a very powerful yogi, and he's given numerous classes. You might be able to get some of those on the DVDs, on the CDs. So anyway, this morning we are very, very fortunate to have him share with us. Brother Nirvay.
Good morning. First of all, I am thankful to Sister Aruna and Sister Bharati for giving me this opportunity to be here this morning. And the topic for this session is very interesting. What is the topic? Do you remember? Pardon? Overcoming fear. Overcoming fear in uncertain times. My question is, Is there any uncertain time? Is there any uncertain time? Or should we take it this way, that at this time, uncertainty is a normal thing in life. Many things happen suddenly. For example, this is supposed to be the best weather for Mount Abu. But this year, after 141 years, we are facing a very strange weather. It never rains at this time. It was 141 years ago when there was rain. In between, nothing happened. No one was ready for the rains at this time. Especially when I think about your coming to Mount Abu. The way Mount Abu must have been introduced to you. It's such a beautiful place, nice place, comforting place. And when you come here, it's all cold. And wet. So these vagaries of present day times, they are, I think, normal these days. We never had such rains ever before during these months. And there were cyclonic storms in Gujarat, in Rajasthan, in Madhya Pradesh, in Maharashtra, everywhere, in South India. Lot of loss for crops, especially cotton crops in India. So there are uncertainties. Then in our daily life, many things happen. So there is always the element of fear. Is there anyone who doesn't have that element? Anyone who never fears anything? So the fear of the unknown is always there. But a person who is enlightened, who understands different laws pertaining to the self, to interpersonal relations, and also pertaining to the universal phenomena. He accepts things as they come. Normally, a person who expects a lot due to very many expectations, things may not happen the way we expect. That may cause fear. recently. When I say recently, I saw one movie recently, but that was made 6-7 years ago in America. The Secret, you might have seen. It's a very interesting movie connected with today's topic. The essence of the movie is never have negative thoughts. If you create one negative thought, even if you try to avoid it later on, you have already created one, and that's going to have its effect. So the question is how to remain positive under all circumstances. I was just reflecting on this thought. One is the way you are here exploring different aspects of spirituality, different aspects of meditation, different aspects of some of the principles of life, principle of karma. Nothing happens unless there is a thought. The seed is the thought. Then the thought takes the form. But what is the basis of our thought? You had the thought of coming to Mount Abu. What was the basis? The basis was to participate in the retreat. But that didn't happen just like that. Someone came to you, or someone called you. Someone shared the news that there is going to be a retreat. There is reason. There is cause. Cause and effect. The effect becomes the cause for the next thought. So it's a very subtle process. If we have accepted uncertainties of life to be certain, then we can overcome fear. We should be ready for uncertainties. While traveling, you have booked your baggage. You are sure the baggage would reach, but due to someone connected with your airline, not very particular, the baggage is left behind. That would definitely upset your thoughts, your mind. But there are people who are experienced in facing such problems during travel, and what they do, they keep a small bag with them with 2 dresses in them. There might have been times when such uncertainties were not there. There are always good times. So we are at such a time of the world cycle, I would say, when both good and bad, both the things will happen. Let's accept both. Let's feel nice about good things. Let's be ready for the things which are not going to be very nice. Your participation in this retreat is a very good sign, as you are going to learn very beautiful secrets. Such secrets. One is the secret about the happenings, the law of karma, and the other is the secret of preparing yourself to face any eventuality, any uncertainties. For that, there is the power of inner silence. Through meditation, we are able to develop that power. We learn meditation here, and that meditation is on one side making a person very peaceful inside, very relaxed. But the meditation is connected with the source of all power. We link our thoughts, we link our mind with the source of all positivity, the Supreme Being. Because of that connection, because of that nearness with the Supreme, by and by, over the time, we start feeling the experience of getting empowered. The self becomes more and more firm, feels good, and the power of positivity multiplies. There is widening of consciousness, the depth multiplies, and because of that, encompassing the thought of unlimited consciousness. There is one aspect of spiritual knowledge which we learn here. Though it is based on cause and effect, understanding, but the cyclic happenings, we see the cyclic happenings in 1 year. But there are certain cyclic happenings in the history of mankind. It takes time to understand that. It doesn't come in our understanding very fast, but knowing that a day will come when you are introduced to that aspect of spiritual knowledge, there comes the thought, there is nothing new. If you already know that there is something going to happen and you are prepared for it, you won't have any fear. As they say, change is the order of the day. Change is going to be there. But there is one thing, if that is properly explored, understood, and lived, then the fear from the heart, fear from the mind goes. That is, accepting your own identity, which is eternal. Your own self, your own spiritual being. You are the one who is eternal, indestructible. Even when so many happenings are there, without notice, you are there to notice everything. This is something which we all have forgotten. Something which should have been there naturally in our consciousness. But over the centuries, we forgot to identify the self with our spiritual being. So a new beginning has to be there. I'm sure after listening to the sisters, especially by Sister Jayanti, the topic she covered, you must have had some moments of silence and meditation. And from that, some experience, how you become an observer to your own self. You observe your own thoughts, you observe your own likings, you observe your own dislikings. So if we accept ourselves to be spiritual beings, and we also understand that I, the self, the spiritual being, is eternal, then you can live in eternity. And once you form the habit, at this time we have to form the habit which would become natural. If you can do that, the fear from the mind would go away. Otherwise not. Soul or self or spiritual self is eternal, indestructible, can't be destroyed, is observer all the time, performing all actions, experiencing the reactions, and as a spectator observing everything. This is the secret of spiritual learning, becoming naturally conscious of the self as a spiritual being. Each one of us are gifted with that speciality. We need to explore it, value it, multiply it, so that we are able to live as human souls naturally. And that is through meditation. When we do that, we are able to experience our own natural qualities of the self. Being peaceful, being loveful, being happy all the time. The smile would come back and stay naturally on your face. Because the thought of uncertainty goes. It's certain you are an eternal being. You are the performer. You are the doer. And you are the one who experiences everything. Learning, coming into action, the only thing is being everlasting actors in this world drama. If we learn to be natural, we can free ourselves from fear completely. Explore the beauty of your own natural self. Each one of us we love to be peaceful. We love to express the feelings of love towards each other. Because they are our natural qualities of the self. Look at the little newborn baby. Just imagine can't speak, but just through the vision, looking at mom or dad or near and dear one, see the way the little one starts bubbling, dancing, smiling. What's the mode of communication? Which language is being used at that time? It's the vibrations of love. It's the feeling of belonging, nothing else. Based on that, if we can accept ourselves and everyone else, not just ourselves but everyone else as spiritual beings, we all belong to one Supreme Soul. Eternally, we are related with each other. Just imagine, irrespective of our physical family background or background of nationality or anything. As human souls, we are belonging to each other because we are children of one Supreme Father. If that kind of outlook is there, if we can interact with each other on that level, the quotient of fear goes. We don't have fear from anyone then, because we have no enemies. So observing silence to become conscious of the self and connect our thoughts, connect our mind, connect our hearts with the Supreme Being, the ocean of love, ocean of peace, ocean of bliss. It gladdens our hearts. It brings very soothing feeling within. And when you are all the time connected in the thought of being God's child, and you are able to keep His company in your consciousness, you develop the confidence of fearlessness. He is with us. God is with us. Where is the question of fear then? What to fear of then? The all-powerful One is with us. We are His children. So during meditations, we develop this power of silence. Power of consciousness of eternity. Each soul, each spiritual being is eternal. Eternally peaceful, eternally loveful, eternally blissful. So let's live that express it in our day-to-day life and see how beautiful life becomes. The fear goes away. What remains with us? The beauty of spiritual self, nothing else. Is it clear? In case you like to ask anything on that aspect, please ask. Otherwise, we can have some moments of silence, meditation, and explore our own selves, our own relationship with the Supreme, and derive power to face any eventualities of the unknown. Anyone who likes to ask anything? No one? Yes, please.
Is meditation the only thing we can do to get to that thing? Or is there another way? Something else?
There is another way also. If you are knowledgeable about things and you are prepared for any eventuality, then also you can become fearless.
Thank you very much.
Yes, brother, on the back side.
Om Shanti. Claustrophobia is a kind of fear. So how would you advise a person who fears confined places or places of height? How do they confront their fears?
One has to go to the depth. What causes that phobia? What I can think of is, it's based on an experience of the past. If you believe in rebirth, in some previous life, something has happened, and that causes that phobia. Through this understanding that that is something of the past, it's not going to repeat, then you can conquer it. Secondly, if you can keep your mind connected or focused on God, the Supreme, the All-Powerful One, then also you can conquer it. These two things, they will help to conquer that phobia. Okay? Yes, please.
Om Shanti. There have been lots of suicide cases among youngsters, and I think that is the fear of failure. So how do they overcome this fear?
Education is the only way. Through educating the youngsters in the right direction. We have to educate them. Otherwise, because of lack of education, many things happen. Many negativities happen. So proper education is the answer. Rebuilding that confidence in the youngsters. We have been experimenting with these things here in India. During every summer vacation, we invite children of the age of 8 to 16 for small 1 week special workshops. The children are guided, educated, and they also learn meditation. And they emerge successful. They are able to conquer fear. Because self-development, self-empowerment, this is the answer. Otherwise, there is no way out. There are many misconceptions on one side and distractions on the other side, especially the present day exposure through television. They show a lot of horror films, and if the children look at them, they can be affected. So we have to educate the children what is good for them, what is not good for them. It takes little time.
Morning, brother. If we have fear on certain situations, but we have overcome it with meditation and spiritual knowledge. However, after many years, despite of our constant meditations, the fear still attacks us, certainly. Why and how can we overcome it? Thank you.
We have to develop one special ability in ourselves. As I was sharing about that movie, The Secret, by chance, if the thought of fear comes, it will reflect at some point. So we have to develop, by practice, the thought that we belong to Supreme Father, Supreme Being, who is all-powerful one, and being His eternal children, we eternally inherit that quality of being Master Almighty. Master Almighty, the thought would be a bit absurd at this time. But it's when you have acquired complete knowledge and you have also had the experience of your closeness with the Supreme Being through meditation, the self-confidence comes. And then there is another aspect in this experimenting with meditation. You are able to spread the vibrations, spiritual vibrations, positive vibrations, powerful vibrations, and they would counteract the negative vibrations. Then the fear will not come. So these are simple experiments which we need to do it in our day-to-day life. For that purpose, we have been learning. The moment you get up in the morning, the first thing you need to do is good morning to God. The very first thought. Before you go to sleep at night, again, good night to God. It's not difficult. It's so easy. As they say, God is just a thought away, nothing else. So use it. Use that information and try it. It's so easy. It's so interesting also. The day you forget, something may happen. The next day you will remind yourself, I forgot, so this happened, now I will not forget. But that's the way we learn. Okay? Yes, please.
Good morning, brother. Shanti.
Shanti.
I have a very interesting question today. In the path of learning this knowledge, especially for beginners, sometimes we do have sort of fear, in certain extent, in misinterpreting the teaching of the Father. Just like the example of today Muni, where my father said we should not see movies and we should not read the external novels. But brother has telling the example of looking at the movies for teaching topics. So sometimes, how do we go in between so that we don't confuse ourselves? Thank you.
जी समझ See, we learn from our own experience. First thing is the value of our own time. Now, time doesn't mean the number of hours. It's the time of our thought. The value of our thought. If we can have value for that, not to waste our thoughts, you will be able to use your time in a very nice, very positive, very productive way. That's one. Number two, for learning we see some of the movies, some of the documentaries for learning's sake. As long as the attitude is to learn, there is nothing wrong in it. The only problem is, these days, we are bombarded with so many kinds of movies, so many kinds. And they are all not helpful to us for our goal, what we want to achieve in life. And nor we have so much time to look at every movie and then decide which is good, which is bad. Thirdly, it's after some time when we understand that we have to do something different from what the other people are doing. We have to become instruments of change for the better. Then we start thinking of making our own movies. That will satisfy you, that you see movies but of your own choice. Okay? Thank you. So can we just relax, sit straight? Just reflect on the thought. I'm a being of light. Soul. A loveful soul.
So our tradition here is we don't clap like this, we clap like this. So can we give him a big round of applause? In this way we still maintain the silence that Brother Niver is so famous for. You feel he took you into silence? Yeah. Thank you so much for coming, giving us your precious time.
Om Shanti. Are you happy in Gyansarovar? Very happy. How many of you are first timers, please? First timers. Okay. So today's topic is very useful, significant topic for us. It is about self-respect. It's the basis of our life. We can enjoy our Brahmin life if we practice self-respect. So we will discuss this topic in very detail, and I hope that from today your life will become the embodiment of self-respect. To the self-respect, we can also say higher consciousness. When Baba came down on this earth and he noticed that all of my children have forgotten everything, the great souls of deity religion have forgotten everything, so he started to remind us, you are not this, you are this. You are not this, you are this. And bit by bit, Brahmin souls started to realize that, oh, I am not this, I am this. Baba mentioned that your journey of knowledge began from one thing, who am I? And this journey will end with the same thing, who am I? First step was that I am a soul. And last step will be, who am I? What kind of soul I am? How much powerful I am? What is my role in entire cycle? I will come to know. And at that time, we will have lot of intoxication. This is my role in whole cycle. I am this. Self-respect. It means to give respect to our own self. In spite of demanding respect from others, we have to give respect to our own self. Just as I am a great soul. This is respect for our own self. I am not a sinful soul. I am not a weak soul. I am not ordinary soul. I am the great soul of this world. I am the great soul in whole cycle. I am the great soul of deity religion. So today, when you listen to this class, my aim in my mind is that we all will experience some points of self-respect at the same time. So I will take 5, 6, 7 points of self-respect and I will explain how to practice it, how to bring it into our life. But before explaining it, before doing the practice of self-respect, we must know what are the benefits of this practice of self-respect. Self-respect will reduce our ego. First and most important use. Because ego, it has become human life. in every part of life. A person behaves out of ego, but the more and more, the higher and higher our self-respect will go, we will becoming more and more humble. Egoistic feeling will end gradually and gradually, and it's our subtle effort to recognize our ego and to finish it. If a Brahmin who is on this journey of spirituality is not realizing his or her ego and not working on ego, he will experience nothing. We must know Brahma Baba, who got first number, his basis of getting first number was that he could renounce the feeling of I-ness very quickly. He became free from this feeling of I-ness. Nothing belongs to me, everything belongs to Baba. Just Baba and Baba. First thing, first benefit. Second important benefit, those who are in self-respect, respect will come behind them like shadow. They need not to do anything to achieve respect from someone. Respect will follow him. It will come automatically to him. And Baba has mentioned those who practice lot of self-respect, specifically Master Almighty, entire world will give respect to them. This is such a great thing. Entire world will bow their head in front of such a great person who had practiced that he or she is Master Almighty. We listen very often about Master Almighty in Baba's Avyakt Murlis and in blessings which we listen every day after Murli. I am Master Almighty. Third thing, very good word we can use now. We can remember a person who is in higher position will never face opposition. So if in your family, in your society, in your team, you want to get rid of opposition, you must become the embodiment of this higher position that I am Master Almighty. Fourthly, very important, a yogi can charge the atmosphere and its basis is self-respect. Fifth, very important point, if a person is unable to control waste thoughts, he or she must practice self-respect. Self-respect will enable us to control all waste thoughts, and it will enable us to create higher thoughts, most elevated thoughts in our mind. As we know, our own thoughts are the real food for our mind, for our intellect. And we Brahmins need elevated thoughts in order to make progress in our spiritual life. Self-respect pay attention. Self-respect is the higher state of soul consciousness. So if we practice self-respect, it means we practice soul consciousness. It empowers us, it purifies us, it gives us lot of energy. Next benefit, we must know that our each and every thought creates energy. It's not just thoughts, it is creating energy. And this energy from soul, first of all, goes to our brain. It affects our brain. If our thoughts are negative, it means we are producing negative energy. This negative energy will go to our brain and will damage many things. And if we create powerful thoughts, if we create the thought of self-respect, this powerful energy will go to our brain and will empower our brain. So negative thoughts weaken our brain, powerful thoughts strengthen our brain. So give attention to your thoughts, and you need not to think a lot. Thoughts of self-respect are powerful thoughts. So you can make a list, not a big list, but just 25 thoughts of self-respect. I want to share the experience once, many years before, maybe 25 or 30 years before, when I was in Madhuban, Pandavavan. Many double foreigners used to come at that time, a small group like your group now. So just one experience I share to you. One brother came to me and he asked me that I want your 1 hour time because I have lot of problems, so I want to discuss with you. Please give me 1 hour. I answered him, today I am busy, tomorrow I will give you 1 hour. Meantime, you should write 50 points of self-respect. Then come back to me. 50 thoughts of self-respect. How to write? Just I suggested him, write in one line, I am a great soul. Then again write it down. It's true that I am great. Thirdly, again write down, God has mentioned, O soul, O child, you are a great soul. So it's true that I am great. Feel it. So you have right to write down 50 points, but like this, each point 3 times with good acceptance, with deep realization. And very important is acceptance. What happens with everyone? Take this example. Suppose you think, I am a great soul. Immediately, from inside, a voice will come up. No, you are not great. And our inner conscience rejects it. You are not great. Then there is a fight. No, I am great. Oh, you are not great. We have to finish this fight. God has mentioned, you are great soul. Accept it. Do accept it. This is the first step in order to enjoy, to experience self-respect, or I can say our Brahmin life. For each point I mentioned him, write down like this, 50 points. Next day, that brother came to me with a smile face, there was a glow on his face. I told him, now I have 1 hour for you, you can discuss your problem. And he answered smilingly, now I have no problem. Where problem gone? Problems are nothing but the creation of a weak mind. Problem is very small. But if we are weak, we consider it's a big thing. Problems are not big. We are great. Problems are not powerful. We are very powerful. In beginning, we were listening a song. Brother played a song. Its Hindi meaning was that you always think that my problems are very big. Oh, this problem, that problem, so many problems. But say to the problems, you are not powerful. My Baba is powerful. Talk to yourself this way. So what happened to that brother? As soon as he was going to write down 1 point, 2nd point, 3rd point, his inner powers were awakening. His inner good feelings were coming up. He was realizing, oh, I'm so powerful. I'm so great. I'm so pure. God is with me. My Father is with me. This problem is nothing. And problem finished. This is a great secret. We can understand. If we realize our own powers, we will experience in life there is no problem. Our life, Brahmin life, is free from all problems. So this way we have to work. Now I take few points of self-respect. You can note down and you have to practice it in your life, and from today till Baba's meet. First point, I am a great soul. Second one, I am Master Almighty. Thirdly, I am the destroyer of obstacles. Fourth one, I am a victorious jewel. Fifth one, I am an angel of purity. I am the master of nature. And seventh, I am self-sovereign. Eighth, I am the master son of knowledge, master Gyan Surya. Hindi word is beautiful. You can note down Hindi word. Master Gyan Surya, Master Son of Knowledge, S-U-N, Sun, sun in the sky. Master Gyan Surya. These are 8 very powerful and good points. Here are many, you can note down 25. I am a worship-worthy deity, I am ancestor, I am world benefactor, I am the beauty of the world. Like this. Now, as I mentioned about first point, I am a great soul. Sit in silence for 1 minute, please. Let this thought enter your subconscious mind. Sit in deep silence. You can close up your eyes too if you want. And give this thought to your subconscious mind. Just say to your subconscious mind, oh my subconscious mind, listen carefully. I am a great soul. God Himself has mentioned to me, you are a great soul. It's true that I am a great soul of deity religion. I am great. Really, I am great. Om Shanti. I would say you, in last 10 years, with the power of this one thought, that I am great souls, many souls have become free from depression and from the problem of sleeplessness. These two problems are increasing a lot in the world nowadays. Many are suffering from depression and insomnia, sleeplessness. I just suggest to people, at night, when you are going to bed for sleep, sit in silence and write down 108 times that I am a great soul. And experience of many that after 5 days they could not complete 108. They wrote only 50 times and slept. Because pure energy from soul entered their mind. They relaxed everything in the brain and they fell asleep. So this is such a powerful thought. I would also like to add one thing so that in future, if you or your friend experience such negative thing in life, subtle depression, no sleep at night, one practice in the morning time you should do. When you wake up, I have mentioned many times that our first 10 minutes, this period of 10 minutes is a wonderful period for us, for everyone, because at that time our subconscious mind is active, awakened. So at that time, have one thought in your mind that in past thousands of years, from the Copper Age, if I have given any suffering or sorrow to someone, please forgive me. With a true heart, ask pardon from everyone. And give blessing to them. Be happy. Be peaceful. May God bless you. Enjoy your life. Give blessing. So their negative vibrations which are coming to you will cut off and you will feel free. And this problem of depression will end. Because many problems in human life are because of past karmic account. Thousands of souls came in contact with us after Copper Age. And their negative vibrations are affecting us at every moment, at every step. This is main reason of many disease, of many subtle problems in human life nowadays. They may be Brahmin or non-Brahmins. So I am a great soul and ask pardon from everyone. I am very sorry that because of ignorance, because of vices, I gave sorrow, I hurt your heart. Now I realize, please forgive me. It will work very wonderfully and you will become free. Second thought of self-respect, which is very much powerful, I am Master Almighty. Just as a child of a tiger is tiger, son of lion is lion, we are also the children of Almighty God. So we are also very powerful. One thing, accept it. Do it, accept. I am very powerful. I am the child of God, Almighty. But second important thing, listen it carefully and accept it. That moment we became Baba's children. I said, Baba, you are my Baba. I am your child. At the same moment, what Baba did, he accepted us and he put his hand of blessing on our head and gave his all powers to us. So since we became Baba's children, he blessed us with all of his powers. So God's power are with me. Feel it. Be in this intoxication. God is Almighty. I am Master Almighty. The most powerful is one who is Almighty God. And second number is mine. I am also very powerful. Give two thoughts always to yourself. I am more powerful than Maya. I am more powerful than problems. I am very powerful. So as soon as you realize it, you practice it, that I am Master Almighty, the vibrations of might vibrate out from you. So if you sit in your home and you practice 21 times, I am Master Almighty, I am Master Almighty, I am Master Almighty, it means you are charging the atmosphere of your home and you are creating a powerful aura around you. So nowadays, in order to protect yourself from bodiless souls, in order to protect yourself from black magic or from any evil thing, you must create every morning a powerful aura around you. You have to do it. Because now we are reaching to the very end of this iron-aged world. And everything has become vicious, tamo pradhan, very negative, very cruel, very criminal. We have to protect ourselves. So I am Master Almighty. Every morning, at least 7 times, we all must practice it. And by this practice, our inner power will awaken. Thousands experience I got from many Brahmins. Big problems are solved with the practice of Master Almighty. If you have got any problem in your life and you see no future, your future has become full of darkness, forget everything And in the morning time, in 10 minutes, remember 108 times that I am Master Almighty. And within 7 days, 10 days or 21 days, problem will finish. I have mentioned thousands of cases. Such big problems that even doctors, astrologers, scientists could do nothing, and problems were solved because there is lot of power in our vibrations. Just as Baba was saying in today's Murli, power of yoga is very famous, prominent power in the world, because God has taught you this Raj Yoga. Through this Raj Yoga, we receive Baba's power. So it's a great power. It will bring a wonderful change in this entire universe. Our yoga vibrations will bring change in stars and planets, in moon and sun, in many things. So our yoga is not an ordinary yoga. It's a great thing. We are playing very wonderful role to bring a change in this universe, in this nature. Our yoga vibrations will change entire nature, will purify everything. So give attention to self-respect and yoga. Self-respect, which is soul consciousness, will make your yoga very easy. Third point, now let us practice for 1 minute. Silence. Deep silence. I am Master Almighty. Almighty Baba put his hand of blessing on my head. Feel his hand on your head. He gave me all of his powers. Feel, visualize that from his hand, vibrations of power are entering me. I am Master Almighty, embodiment of all powers of Baba. I am very powerful. I am more powerful than Maya. I am more powerful than problems. I am Master Almighty. Om Shanti. Thus our inner powers get activated. On another beautiful yukti, listen. Suppose you are lacking decision-making power. You are lacking power of tolerance. What to do? Wake up in the morning. Say good morning to Baba. And then remind yourself, I am Master Almighty 7 times. And then at the end, create this thought that I have got complete power of making decision. I have got power to tolerate. It is perfect within me. Do it for 7 days. 7 times, 7 days in the morning, and you will experience that certain power will emerge within you, because it is there, but there many layers have come over it. So those layers will be removed, and that hidden power will come up, and you will experience that my decisions are perfect now. My tolerance power is working now. Third, and very useful thought of self-respect. We can make it, we can accept it as Baba's blessing too. I am the destroyer of obstacles. Now one more thing before we discuss on third point. Every morning we can use one another technique. It's also a secret. I am Master Almighty and success is my birthright. 7 times. Gate of success will open in your life. If you find somewhere any difficulty in any task, in any responsibility, remember in the morning 7 times, I am Master Almighty, success is my birthright. Beautiful experience you will get. You can also teach to your children, those who have exam fear. As soon as exam comes near, they become more and more nervous. What will happen? What will happen? Exam fear. Ask them to remember every morning, 3 times only, I am Master Almighty, success is my birthright. Your children will become powerful. They will enjoy exams. They will enjoy their study. Third point, the destroyer of obstacles. Baba has reminded us, "Oh child, I have given you the power to destroy all obstacles of your life." You know, in Bharat, which deity is worshipped as the destroyer of obstacles? Ganesh. Ganesh. In English they say elephant god. Ganesh. Ganesh, they know that he was the son of Shiva. And we are also the children of Shiva. So Baba has given us power to destroy all obstacles and has given us this awareness, a big challenge that in near future you will have to destroy the obstacles of entire world. Prepare yourself for this great work. During the period of great change or a big destruction, this entire world, everyone will experience many, many obstacles in one's life. And we, Ganesh, the children of God, the destroyer of obstacles, will give them vibrations, will give them drishti, will create a thought in our mind, and they will get free from the obstacles. So accept it, that I have got this power. Baba has given me this blessing, that wherever you go, wherever your drishti will go, obstacles of that place will end. So accept it, and let us do the practice for 1 minute again, in silence. Feel that I am in subtle world, the world of angels, beyond the sky. Bap Dada is standing in front of me. giving me drishti. He put his hand of blessing on my head, put a mark, tilak, on my forehead, and gave me blessing. May you be the destroyer of obstacles. Accept it, that God has blessed me. I have got the power to destroy the obstacles. I can destroy my obstacles with the power of thought only. Om Shanti. Fourth point, victorious jewel. One other most important awareness. We all have to realize it now. Remember Baba's words? That every kalpa you have won this Maya. You got victory over everything in every kalpa. In this kalpa too, your victory is certain. It's sure that you will get victory in this war against Maya. Accept these words of Baba. In every kalp I have won this Maya. I am very powerful, more powerful than Maya. Maya is very weak in front of me. So what will happen? Our powers which are in dormant form will awaken, specifically power to win Maya. And Maya will become weak. We will experience that we are powerful and we will become capable to destroy Maya. So it's a great thing. Those who won Maya, in their memory there is a rosary in India, rosary of 108 beads. And just keep this determined thought in your mind that I am one among that rosary. Kalpago, I have won this Maya. Again now I am very powerful. I will definitely win this Maya. Agree? Agree? We are very powerful. We are victorious jewels. Next thought is Master Gyan Surya. Master Gyan Surya, son of knowledge, son of might. Baba's words. I had listened many years before that if you want to change the atmosphere of any place, sit there with this feeling that I am Master Gyan Surya, and from each part of my body rays of might are spreading out. So if you want to bring a change anywhere, you can do this practice immediately and you will experience that vibrations of that place has been changed. I am the angel of purity, supremely pure soul. Or I love one word, Baba's word, you are the son of purity. Sun, S-U-N. You are the sun of purity. Your rays of purity goes out and bring a change in this entire nature. And we must know this secret, that the real or inner power of this nature is purity. We are pure, so we are giving energy to the nature. Pure energy will purify entire nature, will make this nature sato pradhan. So keep in your mind, just as a thirsty person wait for the water, soon water come and I drink and quench my thirst. Likewise, this entire nature waits for our pure energy. So if we practice that I am supremely pure soul, or I am the angel of purity, son of purity, it means we serve nature. We give pure vibrations to this nature. So, don't think that I have to become supremely pure soul. It's very hard thing, very difficult thing. Believe it, I am. I am supremely pure. I am an angel of purity. So again, please, sit for 1 minute in deep silence. With this good feeling, I am an angel of purity. White rays of purity are going out from each part of my body. Om Shanti. So this way, you can keep these 8-10 points of self-respect in your mind. Keep changing them. One can enjoy 1 point for a day, for 7 days. For other cannot enjoy 1 point forever. So it depends upon everyone's mind and brain. Keep changing. You can take 2-3 points for a day and do this practice. Now I would like to say something to you. We have today 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 4 days to meet Baba. I would like to give you 4 points to practice for 4 days. Would you like it? So for 2 days, note down please. I am a great soul and just Baba is with me, with all of his powers, with his thousands of arms. Practice it at least 25 times up to till night. Tomorrow, I am an angel of purity. And from Baba, pure vibrations are coming down to me. Every hour, 5 times. Third day, I am Master Almighty, and Baba Almighty is over here, protection of canopy of protection, here. Baba is here, his rays, it has become my protection. So his canopy of protection over my head. And on Baba's day, when you open your eyes in the morning, just see up above, visualize and feel that Baba is giving rays to this entire world. He's like sun in Brahmaloka, in soul world. His rays are coming down to this world. And then enjoy one thought. I am most fortunate soul in the world because God Himself is coming down to meet with me today. You can dance at that day. No one is like me. I am most fortunate. I will see God today in front of me. And then visualize one thing, that Baba Almighty, Gyan Surya is coming down slowly and slowly. He is coming down and came in front of my eyes. He's here in front of my eyes. And His rays are coming to me. 5 times every hour. So do this tapasya in 4 days.